What is up, guys? It is Mike from GFO Drone and Tech Guy. Today I thought I was going to be bringing you a green screen tutorial, but unfortunately that's not going to happen in today's video, and here's why. Some of the footage I originally wanted to use in the tutorial could have gotten my channel a copyright strike or warning, and because of how hard I work to create original content, I don't want that happening to my channel ever. So that footage got scrapped, and I'm gonna have to create my own special effects for this intro, which is why today's video is going to be something different. Today we're going to talk about how to correct overexposed footage and little things you can do to get the most out of your drone shots. So let's get started. So guys, for starters, let's talk about what you can do before you get into the air and while you're up there flying. Before you even take off, and it's a really bright sunny day, I would recommend a good set of ND filters. Because drones like the Maverick Pro don't have a working aperture to adjust the amount of sunlight coming into your camera, you're going to need something like a neutral density filter. This set right here comes with a clear lens, a polarized lens, and ND filters level 4, 8, and 16. Now there are a ton of different brands, styles, and options depending on which drone you have and the camera style of that drone. So you'll have to figure out which one's right for the model of your drone and what you're trying to do. Now that we've talked about our ND filters, let's talk about actually flying. Remember, for that cinematography effect, you want smooth footage, no fast movements. So to get that, I adjust my camera gimbal speed down and usually film in cinema or tripod mode. This slows down the drone movements and gives you that smoother video. But once you come back down, if that footage is still overexposed, don't worry. We can still fix that, and I'm about to show you how. So let's switch over to our split screen and I'll show you how we can do this in Filmora 9. Let's get started. Okay guys, so the footage I'm going to use to show this tutorial I shot earlier this year. It's from a vessel called the Golden Ray. It capsized in St. Simons Sound, and when I filmed this footage, I didn't have my ND filters initially. I had just got the drone. I was still learning a bunch of stuff. I was totally new to this, so the footage was really washed out. Like, it was bad, y'all. It was really bad. And I didn't know how to fix it at the time with the ND filters. I was still brand new to using Filmora, so I hadn't really figured everything out yet. So we're gonna take a clip of that super overexposed footage that was just horrible, and we're gonna fix it. So let's get started. I just wanted to give you guys a little background on the clip I'm using, and if you want, you can look at my videos. The video is called, I think, the Golden Ray St. Simons Sound Cleanup, something along those lines, and you can go check that out. So, and you can see the footage there, and then you can see what I'm doing afterwards, and in fact you'll see it as we're doing it now. So let's open up this Filmora and get started. Okay, so here is the super overexposed footage, and we'll blow this up real quick. We'll hit play, and as you can see, it's just bad, y'all. It is horrible. So this was super frustrating when I saw this. I knew the footage was overexposed. I didn't have ND filters. I probably could have done something a little bit more with shooting in manual, but once again, I was still extremely new to flying a drone and really didn't know any better. So this is an example of how even once you shoot something, you can always fix it. And the other thing I'm looking at it too is I'm looking at me panning the camera up and down, and I hadn't adjusted that yet either, so that's all choppy. My movements back and forth are really choppy. It was bad. But like I said, this is some of my first footage, so bear with me. Okay, we can see how overexposed this is. So let's go ahead and stop it right here. Just hit stop. Okay, so what I'm going to do to start fixing this footage is, as you can see, it's in the track here. I'm going to shrink this out and click this little button right here so it zooms to fit timeline. Then I'm going to grab this piece again and I'm going to pull it down, and I'm going to make sure it is perfectly lined up. If you can see the little green markers that were at the end, and I'm going to drop it down in here again. So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go to, I believe it's color correction. Nope, that's not it. Okay, we're going to go into here. We're going to go into compositing. We're going to go to multiply. Back it down just a little bit. And I'm going to click on this one. Okay, I've already done that one. As you can see, that one says normal. I'm going to click multiply again. Back it out some. Actually, I can probably delete this top one. Just click multiply on this one. Go to this one. Crank it up. Just, yeah, let's take it all the way up. Okay, so that simple thing right there, to make sure this is nice and smooth, let's click render, and we'll probably speed up through this section. Okay, now that that's done, and the reason why I did that is that gives us a nice smooth playback when we go to replay this footage, so you can see how much better it did. So as you can see how washed out it was earlier, let's hit full screen, and it just looks so much better. It really does. It's amazing. And you know, I had to do some other little things to initially correct this footage that I knew how to do. As you can see down here, if you follow the mouse right there, you got some birds going across. When I first went to edit this footage, those birds were kind of skipping across the water. It looked bad. So I just had to do some stuff to fix it. Now that we've done this, I mean, there are some other things we can play with just to see. And we'll go here, we'll stop the footage. Just because I don't know if this is gonna do anything. Let's see, we don't need stabilization. We don't need to rotate. We don't need chroma key. We don't need lens correction. The only thing I can think we can do to this, we can do an auto enhance to both of these. See if that does anything to it. Ooh, I don't like the way that did. So let's take that back out. Now remember, some of the times what you're going to see on here isn't going to be, I know the screen I'm using right now is a cheaper screen, so the way it looks on this screen and the way it's going to look on my phone are two totally different things. So if you remember the horrible washed out footage we started with, let's go back here. I'll just hit stop. I'll expand this out. Oh, I was going to try one other thing first. Let's go to here. Let's go to color correction. make sure I did it to both here. Okay, so now let's pull this up, hit play, kind of see what we have. And I mean, honestly, that just looks a multitude better already. And you know, I don't like using heavy corrections on my stuff. I kind of like leaving it a more natural, which is why I got the ND filter, so I don't have to use that super duper correction. But for this little stuff like this that I've already messed up and I'm trying to fix, it looks better than it did before. So I'm not saying this is the way to always do your overexposed footage. Try not to get overexposed footage in the first place, but if unfortunately you do get some overexposed footage, this is how you can kind of sort of correct it. So let's go ahead and hit stop. I know in the last video I didn't show you guys how I actually exported and did all this, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you that now. But I wanted to say one of the key things about this is make sure the clip is perfectly lined up on the ends. If it's off sync, it's not gonna work right and it's not gonna look anywhere near like this does. So making sure all the tracks are lined up correctly and evenly is important. So export, I'm gonna name this Remake, just to give it that name. I originally shot this in 4K, so let's go down to 4K settings. I originally shot it in 60 frames a second, so let's keep that. And let's click export. And you know, because you're working with 2 layers, this is gonna take a little bit to export. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stop this video here. I've shown you how I've done it. All this is going to show you on the screen is how this is just counting down for the export, and it's exporting. So then at the end, once this clip ends, we're going to show you the actual footage of what's been corrected and how it looks now after the render. So you can kind of get a side-by-side comparison if you go back to my original video and look at what it looked like and then look at this video. And as soon as I cut off, we'll show the rest of the clip. So let's play that. Once again, everybody have a great day. Like, subscribe. If you haven't seen any of my videos before and you're new to the thing, please hit that subscribe button. I always appreciate it. Give me that thumbs up. Give me that thumbs down if you didn't like it. Whichever one fits how you feel about this video. I take good and bad. If there's something else you want to see me do with Filmora, please leave a comment in the comments down below. I'm always answering comments. I try to respond to every single comment as best I can. Sometimes it gets a little busy with work, but I still go back and respond to stuff. So leave me a comment if there's something else you want me to see me do. But let's go watch that clip. I hope everybody has a great day. And as always, God bless America, y'all.